Hello, third grade. We're on math lesson 3 today. So we've got facts A and B, power up A on page 18, and then we'll have lesson 3. Today we're going to talk about sequences and digits. So sequences is going to be when we have a counting sequence, and we're going to continue that sequence. Maybe it's counting by 2s, 3s, 4s. And then digits, it's going to be just what we call the parts of a number. So go ahead, take out your Wednesday folder. In your Wednesday folder, your first sheet should be your math facts. Go ahead, press pause, rock out both sides, and when you're done, press play again on this video. You should have both sides done already. If you don't, pause the video and finish up both sides. Okay? Then we're going to correct the A side together. Okay, so go ahead and make sure that your name's on the top so that I can give you full credit for the awesome work that you're doing. Then we're going to go ahead and correct these. Remember, as we correct these, I'm going to write them as we say them. You should have already had them done. Okay? If you get it right, you're going to circle it. If you get it wrong, just put a line through it and then write the right answer next to it. Okay? It's going to take you too long, and I'm going to lose you if you start erasing it. Remember, no big deal. Facts are about getting them done, doing them right, trying your hardest. All right, let's get going. So remember, say them with me. The more you say your facts, the faster you get at them, and it's going to make your math homework way easier. Here we go. 3 plus 0 is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. 9 plus 4 is 13. 6 plus 6 is 12. 2 plus 8 is 10. 7 plus 0 is 7. 3 plus 6 is 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. 4 plus 4 is 8. 6 plus 7 is 13. 0 plus 3 is 3. 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 plus 6 is 7. 8 plus 3 is 12. 0 plus 9 is 9. 2 plus 6 is 8. 9 plus 1 is 10. 3 plus 3 is 6. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. Next row. 1 plus 7 is 8. 6 plus 9 is 15. 3 plus 2 is 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. 5 plus 7 is 12. 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 plus 2 is 4. 5 plus 6 is 11. 9 plus 3 is 12. 7 plus 1 is 8. 6 plus 4 is 10. 8 plus 0 is 8. 7 plus 4 is 11. 5 plus 5 is 10. 2 plus 3 is 5. 7 plus 3 is 10. 5 plus 8 is 13. 4 plus 9 is 13. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 0 is 2. Awesome. Next row. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. 8 plus 8 is 16. 5 plus 1 is 6. 0 plus 2 is 2. 5 plus 9 is 14. 2 plus 9 is 11. 6 plus 8 is 14. 4 plus 7 is 11. 2 plus 5 is 7. 9 plus 6 is 15. 3 plus 1 is 4. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 3 plus 9 is 12. 0 5 plus 7 plus 5 is 12. Next row. 3 plus 8 is 11. 1 plus 4 is 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. 4 plus 8 is 12. 5 plus 3 is 8. 4 plus 0 is 9 is 18. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 8 is 17. Sorry, that was a little sloppy. 7 plus 2 is 9. 8 plus 6 is 14. 9 plus 5 is 14. 4 plus 2 is 6. 1 plus 0 is 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Excellent. Let's rock out that last row together. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. 9 plus 7 is 16. 2 plus 4 is 6. 0 plus 6 is 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. 1 plus 8 is 9. 4 plus 1 is 5. 9 plus 2 is 11. 7 plus 6 is 13. 8 plus 7 is 15. 8 plus 4 is 12. 2 plus 5 is 7. 0 plus 4 is 4. 7 plus 7 is 14. 6 plus 1 is 7. 0 plus 7 is 7. Excellent. Now, you should have both sides done. Make sure that when you're done, you mark it off of your weekly checklist so that you know you've already done Facts 8. Put it back in your folder so that it stays safe. Next, you're going to need your Power Up. Power Up is going to be your sheet that looks like this. Today, it's going to say page 18 in your math book because on lesson 3, page 18 is where it starts. And on lesson 3, page 18, you'll have your Power Up. Remember, you're going to do your facts first. Then you're going to have your mental math. Today, you're going to add either 10, 20, or 30 to a number. When you're adding 20 to a number, they stacked them up for us today. So you could just do your 10s. 2 plus 2 is 4. And then this last one's going to be 0 plus 0 is still 0. Second one, if you're adding 20, you got to bump our 10s number up by 2. So 23 would be 33, 43. But if you wanted to just stack it up, you could do it that way too. With 3 plus 0 is 3. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, go ahead, pause this video. When you're done doing all of your math facts here and putting your answers here. Now today I didn't write them in there for you. So for number A, if it's 20 plus 20, you could bring it over here. A, 20 plus 20, get 40, and then write 40 there. All right, go ahead and press pause. When you're done, we'll go over these facts together. Excellent. You should be done with your facts by now. I know it might be easy to just wait for the answers, guys, but please go and do your best work and try to make sure that you're working on these ahead of time by yourself. If you do it first by yourself, it's going to be way easier when we get to our math problems. Okay, so now we're going to go through and correct it. We'll do the facts the same way, and then we'll do some counting, and then we'll get to our mental math. Facts. 6 plus 6 is 12. 3 plus 8 is 11. 5 plus 9 is 14. 2 plus 3 is 5. 4 plus 9 is 13. 3 plus 4 is 7. 8 plus 9 is 17. 2 plus 7 is 9. 0 plus 3 is 3. 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 plus 8 is 12. 2 plus 9 is 11. 7 plus 8 is 15. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. 2 plus 6 is 8. 5 plus 5 is 10. 6 plus 7 is 13. 3 plus 7 is 10. 9 plus 9 is 18. 3 plus 7 is 16. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. 4 plus 7 is 11. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 9 is 12. 5 plus 8 is 13. 3 plus 6 is 9. 8 plus 8 is 16. 4 plus 6 is 10. 2 plus 5 is 7. 6 plus 8 is 14. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 7 is 12. 10 plus 10 is 20. 5 plus 8 is, 2 plus 8 is 10. 7 plus 7 is 14. Today for our counting, we're going to count by 2s from 2 to 40. Now remember, if this screen is looking really, really tiny on your Chromebook, down in the bottom right-hand corner, you can go ahead and click that little button. That's going to make it go full screen so that your picture's a little bit bigger. Let's count by twos from 2 to 40. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Notice when we start counting by twos, all those numbers are even, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then you do it again with the tens digit as a 1. So 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And it's going to keep going up like that as long as we count by twos. Let's go ahead and get going on our A through G. First one. A says 20 plus 20. We did that one already. 20 plus 20, 0 plus 0 is 0, 2 plus 2 is 4, so we get 40. B, 23 plus 20. Well, here I know anything plus 0 is going to stay the same, so 3 plus 0 is still going to be 3. 2 plus 2 is 4, so I got 43. C, 43 plus 10. That's like what we did before. So 43 plus 10 more, that's 10's digit, just got to bump up one. So instead of 43, it's 53. D says 24 plus 30. 4 plus 0 stays the same. We're at 4. 2 plus 3 is 5, so we get 54. E, 50 plus 30. Well, I know 0 plus 0 is still going to be 0, so I just got to really do 5 plus 3. I get 8, so I get 80. F, 10 plus 65. Anytime I add 10, I know that that 10's digit just is going to have to bump up one. So instead of 65, I'm at 75. You can always stack it up and check that answer as well. G says what number is 1 less than 28? So if I counted backwards from 28, what would be right before it? I'm going to drop that 8-digit 1, so I get 27. Our problem of the day is then at the bottom here. It says Kazi has 9 coins to put in his left and right pockets. Find the ways Kazi could place the coins in his left and right pockets. So I started it for you already. You just got to finish that table. Okay, so I got 9 coins, and there's 2 pockets. So if I have 9, I made this table L's for left, R's for right. So if I have 9 in my left pocket, well then there's 0 left for him to have in his right pocket. Then I like to do this in a really, really organized way so you know you don't miss any combinations. So I'm going to move one of those coins from his left pocket, so now his left pocket only has 8, to his right pocket, so now his right pocket has 1. So I'm at 9 and 0, and then I move 1, I got 8 and 1, then I move another one, I'm at 7 and 2. What would come next? Have you found the pattern yet? 6. Take 1 from our left pocket, 6, put it in our right pocket, 3. Do it again. Take 1 out of your left pocket, 5, put it in your right pocket, 4. Do it again. Do it again. This one goes down 1. This one goes up 1. 3 more times. 2 and 7, 1 and 8, 0 and 9. Now notice this is very similar to our commutative property, right? Because here if we have all of these combinations, if we add them together, they're going to equal 9 total. Right? So when we switch this, 9 plus 0, well that's the same thing as 0 plus 9 down here. 8 plus 1, that's the same thing as 1 plus 8 down here. All right, so these are all the different combinations. Now, the question said, find the ways Kazi could place the coins in his left and right pockets. These are all the ways. So for your final answer, you can just circle your table, and that is your final answer. Awesome, you are all powered up and ready to go on our math lesson. So go ahead and take this sheet, tuck it in your math folder somewhere safe. You can go ahead. All right, it is time for a new concept. As always, we'll have our objectives first. Lesson 3 should be on page 18 in your math book. You should also have this sheet out. You're going to need it for our lesson. Today you will learn how to find a rule for a counting sequence, how to find missing numbers in a counting sequence, and how to state how many digits are in a number. Okay, so our focus is sequence and digits. When we talk about sequence, what we're talking about is taking numbers that are in a pattern and figuring out what that pattern is. Now, we're going to keep that pattern the same. So when you think about counting numbers, you're thinking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Those are all of our different counting numbers. When we think about a sequence, a counting pattern is a sequence, right? It's just going up by 1. So if we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, that's a sequence. All we're doing is every time just adding 1 to the number. Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. And it stays the same. Because we're adding 1 every single time, that's our counting sequence. Today when we look at our examples, we're going to try to find what's the amount between every number so that we can keep that the same and keep our sequence going. So example 1 is on your sheet like this, so make sure you're following along with me. This one should be written right at the top for example 1. All right. Example 1 says 10, 20, 30, 40, and we need to find the next 3 numbers in this counting sequence. Now, when we say this one, 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe it comes naturally for you to say 50. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now, how'd you get there? How'd you get there? What we're really doing is we're creating a sequence where we're counting by tens. So 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30. 30 plus 10 is 40. 40 plus 10 is 50. 50 plus 10 more is 60. 60 plus 10 more is going to get us to 70. Okay, so we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now, if this was one of your problems in your homework, what you would write in your little box at the side is this 50, 60, 70. Because those are the 3 missing numbers that we were trying to find. Right now, those 3 numbers should just be in your 3 blanks for example 1 at the top of your sheet here. Let's move on to example 2. Example 2 says 30, 27, 24, 21, and we got to figure out which numbers are coming next. Okay, so we've got 30, 27, 24, 21, blank, 15. We have to figure out what is going on between these numbers so that we can figure out which number is missing. To do that, we got to figure out what the rule is. In the first one, the rule was they were counting by tens. In the second one, we got to figure out, well, what are they counting by here? Well, if we count from 30 down to 27, 30, 29, 28, 27, we can see we go down 3. So we're subtracting 3. Let's count that again from 27 down to 24 and see if it works. So start at 27 and then go down 3. 26, 25, 24. Yeah, it's still down 3. Try it again, see if it works for 21. 24, 23, 22, 21. Yeah, we're going down 3. So what's 3 less than 21? 20, 19, 18. So we get 18 to be our number in the blank. Let's just double check that that works to go down to 15. 17, 16, 15. Yep, So we know that our counting rule stayed -3 the entire time. So 18 is our missing number. So you'd write 18 in that blank. All right, we're going to get a lot of practice with that. We're going to use different strategies to figure out how much space is between those two numbers. Now, our other main concept for today is digits. And digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are all of our digits. Any number is made up of digits. For example, 16 would be made up of the digits 1 and 6. 16 is not a digit, right? Because there's 2 digits in 16. These are all of our digits. It's just a single digit, single number, okay? And then any number is made up of digits. So for example, 16 has 2 digits, 1 and 6. If we had 462, how many digits are in that one? 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 digits in 462, a 4, a 6, and a 2. Okay, let's pop to example 3 and look at that one. Example 3 says the number 64,000 has how many digits? 64,000. Well, is 6 a digit? Yep. Is 4 a digit? Yep. Are these zeros digits? Yeah. So how many total would that be? 5. So we've got 64 has 5 digits. So by example 3 in your work, you can just write 5 digits, kind of like I did here in pink. Okay, 5 digits. Excellent. Let's move on to example 4. Example 4 says, what is the last digit of 2001? So I already have 2001 written there for you. What's the last digit? What's the very last one? It's the 1. So this 1 would be our last digit. You've got 2 options. You can either write 1 as the answer's 1, or you can just circle that 1. It's up to you, whatever works better for you. That last digit is 1. Now our last example, example 5, gives us the digits 1, 2, and 3 and asks us how many different numbers we can make. Now this is kind of similar to when we had the numbers 1, 2, and 3 and made 6 different addition sentences. It's kind of like that, but we're just doing it with numbers now. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. I gave you a little bit of space beneath here. If you want to use the space above, you can do that too. So we're going to write down all 6 numbers that we can make. 1, 2, and 3. Once again, let's do this really organized. So let's start with 1. So I'm just going to go 123. Then I'm going to start with 1 again, but I'm going to switch the last 2. So I get 132. Next, I'll start with the 2. So 213. Switch the last 2. 231. Then start with the 3. 312. And then 321. Now, sometimes they'll ask you to write those in order from least to greatest. So they're going to want you to put the smallest one first, 123, and the biggest one last, 321. One really easy way to do that as you're doing it is just to make sure you're always using the smaller numbers first. So for example, I knew 1 was smaller, so that's why I started with 1 first in these ones. Then between these 2, I had a 2 and a 3 left. Well, I used the 2 first in this number, And then I use the 3 first in this number. That's how I know that I'm going to put those in order from least to greatest. Okay, we'll get lots of practice with those. You'll actually have a couple like that in your lesson practice for today. Now, we are on to our lesson practice. Look on the bottom of page 20, the problems that you're getting for your lesson practice are at the bottom of page 20, right down here. Okay? Go ahead, start on A. A says 10, 9, 8, 7. So then what would be the next 3 numbers in that counting sequence? Go ahead, do it right by lesson practice A on your sheet. Well, if you were just counting down by ones, you would get 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, and then you've got the next 3. So you got to go down by 1. So you have 6, 5, 4 would be your answer. Now when it asks you to write the rule, you have to determine, are we going up or down, and then by how much. So are we going from 10 to 9, are we going up or down? We're going down, we're getting smaller. So down by how much? Well, just by 1, right? We're subtracting 1, so that's our rule. Minus 1, because we're going down, so we know it's minus, and we're only going by 1. B says 3, 6, 9, 12. What are we counting by? We're counting by 3, right? Because 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. Well, so we already know our rule. Our rule is plus 3 because we're getting bigger by 3, and then we need to find the next 3. So 12 plus 3 is 15, plus 3 more is 18, plus 3 more is 21. Okay, so those would be your next 3 numbers. The rule is plus 3. C, find the missing number in each counting sequence. So we've got 80, 70, blank, 50. You should have this on your paper. 80, 70, blank, 50. Let's look here. 8, 7, 5. That'd be 6, right? 8, 7, 6, 5. And then we're counting by tens because we got zeros at the end. So it would be 60. 60. Now this one doesn't tell us that we have to find the rule, but we use the rule to find it. We know the rule is minus 10. D, 8, blank, 16, 20, 24. What are we counting by? What are we counting by? Well, if you look at these 2 numbers, we know these 2 are right next to each other, right? We could use these 2 or we could use these 2. From 16, let's go up to 20 and see how many we use. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right? We use 4. 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's try it again from 20 up to 24. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, right? We're going up 4. So we can do the same thing to get our number here. What's 8 plus 4? 9, 10, 11, 12. So we get 12 as that missing number. Go ahead and go to E. E asks you how many digits are in each number for E, F, and G. So look at E, look at F, look at G, and count those up. right, for E, hopefully you said 1, 2, 2 digits. Next one, 5,280, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 digits. Next one, 8,403,227,189. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one's got 10 digits in the number. For H, I, and J, you have to say what is the last digit. So look all the way at the end of the number, say what's the very last digit. 19. Our 9's last. 5,281. You heard it. 1's last. 8,403,190. 0's last. Now remember, 0 is still a digit. Some kids say, well, 0's nothing. 0 can't be a digit. 0's a digit, right? It's a number. It means nothing, but it's our last digit, right? Because there's 0 here. So 0 is our last digit. Finally, K says how many digits can you write? How many numbers can you write using the digits 7, 8, and 9? Each digit may only be used once in every number you write, and list the numbers in counting order. Let's do this one together so I can show you how I do it in counting order to make it really, really easy. So K, you've got the digits 7, 8, and 9. So if I'm using 7, 8, and 9, what's my smallest one? 7. So I'm going to put that first. So 789. Notice 8 smaller than 9, so I put the 8 first. Go ahead and switch the last 2 digits. 798. So we used our 7 first. Now we got to use our 8 first. So 879. Then go ahead and switch the last 2. 897. Go ahead to 9. 978. 987. Excellent. Now when you're done with that, your lesson practice sheet can get tucked into your Wednesday folder so that I can give you credit for doing an awesome job following along with our video. Then take out your sheet for today, lesson 3. Up here you see we're on page 21 of your math book. So 21, right down here. You're going to get going with all your problems. Notice I already set some up for you. We'll go through more on our Zoom call today. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask them at our Zoom time.